Hello and welcome on in to yet another video. Today we're going to be looking at some city builders that I've already covered in the past, and I'm going to be giving you some updates as to what's happened with those games in the last 12 to 18 months. I've covered quite a few on this channel, and a lot of them have gone into early access or have fallen off the radar completely, so I thought that all of you might appreciate a little bit of an update here in a nice self-contained little video. The first game we're going to be having a look at today is Sapiens. Sapiens is a solo dev venture from Dave Frampton, which I covered in 2021 and played the demo of in the middle of last year. It has since launched into early access with a rather positive reception at over 1,200 reviews. I'm yet to get stuck into the early access build myself, but I've got my eyes on it, and it's just so fantastic to see movement on this title. This was definitely one of the ones that I had higher hopes for, and it's looking like it may have delivered. I love to see that mod support is already introduced, like that is just such a good sign for a game in such early stages as well. And hopefully we'll see a release date and more updates soon. I think we've all been looking for a successor for Dawn of Man, and hopefully Sapiens is it. Farthest Frontier is now in early access and the focus of my first ever Let's Play series here on YouTube. It's a very, very pretty city builder and definitely a successor to one of my all-time favorite games, Banished. It's also far more complex than I ever thought. I've been having a great time with my blind little playthrough, though the comments section has been invaluable in teaching me how to get the basics down, and I know there's combat in this game, but I'm yet to see it. There is no tutorial in Farthest Frontier, so the comment section has been my tutorial, and quite frankly, y'all are real helpful. Thank you very much for that. I already love this game and enjoyed the heck out of it while making those episodes, and there's just so much hype surrounding this title that I really hope we get a full release date very soon. I definitely need to spend more time on it, as New Wenchington must expand. Our next game of focus is Diplomacy is Not an Option. I covered this with a review last year, and it's now out in early access. It is definitely one of my favorites from this list, but I could not call it chill in any sense of the word. This tower defense builder really focuses on your CPM, so it is just not for those people looking for relaxed time. It is, however, extremely addictive. I found this one a little bit difficult to stream just through managing chat and managing the constant waves that you cannot pause in the game. Of course, I might just also be trash at the game because I've seen quite a few others stream it with a lot more success. That being said, the person who implemented the magic system, give them a pay rise. It's only 10 crystals! Prehistoric Kingdom, or to use its full name, Prehistoric Park! Prehistoric Kingdom was a title I got really excited about last year. There was a whole segment of it in the dedicated City Builders video where I explained way too much about my childhood to you guys. It released into early access early last year, and I apparently managed to miss that entirely. I did have a suss at it in December and enjoyed what I played of it. Obviously, I love that Nigel Marven is involved, and frankly, my 15-year-old self is super chuffed about this game, but it didn't grab me like I thought it would. Your mileage may vary, other people have been enjoying the heck out of it, but I think it's because I'm moving away from more management style games and into city builder proper at the moment. I may come back to it later and enjoy it more, but in the meantime, Prehistoric Kingdom is out in early access, and do make sure to go and check it out on Steam. Also, thank you Prehistoric Kingdom for adding the dinosaur category to my Steam wrap-up. Found that way more amusing than I should have. The next title on our list is Country of Cities, and it's gone. The Steam page has been deleted, the Twitter dev page hasn't been active since 2021, the game is gone. Which is unfortunate because I was really looking forward to linking up a kind of SimCity-esque game. These things happen, games aren't always going to make it completely to development, especially with independent studios who have other factors in their lives that they need to be considering while choosing how much time they want to put into making a game, because it looks like a time. Viking City Builder. Now this is one that I'm really excited for. This one came up in the 3 City Builders releasing soon video from 2021. It still seems to be in development. We have no release date yet, not for a demo, not for an early access build, and definitely not for full release. However, during 2022, 11 devlogs were released detailing the process behind creating historical replications within the game, and a lot of artwork and assets have been shared over on their Twitter page. It is still a very active place to be. So it's definitely good to see so much activity on this title, even if we don't have anything in writing yet or set in stone. I'm content to wait a little longer for this game, but I would like to start seeing some dates and maybe some more information on it very, very soon. Our next game is Manor Lords, which last year was picked up by publisher Hooded Horse, and I think it's safe to say we're all very, very excited about what this partnership could bring to the title. We also got a demo last year. I didn't play it because I'd like to see it in a little bit of a more complete state before I start formulating my thoughts on it, but I know a lot of people played the demo and had a whale of a time, so that is a good sign. The Twitter has also been extremely active as per usual, lots of community feedback, lots of engaging with the community and with the fans. So it's really fantastic to see that there is so much traction still happening on this game, even with these big announcements, such as gaining Hooded Horse as a publisher. But unfortunately, there is still no definitive release date, and I'm dying a little. I have to say though, this is going to be a really interesting release. I think we're going to see people divide into two camps regarding Manor Lords. There are going to be those that are just like, yes, I love it. It's lived up to the hype. This is everything I wanted from the game. And then there are going to be people who have built this completely maybe unrealistic expectation of what it's going to be, and I think they're going to dislike it with a passion that is more intense than what we usually see. Because we've been so intimate in this development process, I think there is a chance that people may take it a little personally. I hope that's not the case. I hope I'm just completely talking out of my feet here. I'm really just hoping that the dev takes their time, implements the community feedback, but doesn't sacrifice their original vision for the game, and I just hope it's good. But I guess we'll wait and see, because we've got no definitive release date yet. Speaking of no release dates yet, we're moving on to Frostpunk 2. I've got to give props to the social media person running Frostpunk 2's account. They have been doing the best job of keeping their community engaged without actually releasing too much new information. That being said, 11-Bit Studios did do a YouTube video where they sat down and answered questions about the world lore of Frostpunk. I watched the video. It was really interesting in how much they don't want to give away. I also totally understand that. I think Frostpunk does very well with subtle world building, and they don't want to put too many things set in stone specifically for those world building rules. I think what they're doing, and I do really appreciate this, is that they are putting you, the player, in the shoes of the people in the game, the people that you are leading and the people of your city. They don't know what's going on with the outside world, so why would you? I think this is a really interesting choice to take. It also allows them a lot of room to expand that world building lore as DLC and as further games come out, as maybe potential novelizations also hit the world, and goodness forbid, maybe a Netflix series. Look, I just love the world of Frostpunk, and I do really think that they're making the right choice with keeping the world building vague enough that they can expand it in whichever direction they need to later on. So we have no release date for Frostpunk 2 yet, but their marketing is doing super well, and I am gonna play it on stream, but Frostpunk tests me. I love this game so much, but it hurts me. And of course, Banished 2. I've been asked a lot about this game ever since I first covered it in December 2021. It is a second game in development from Shining Rock Studios, who originally published Banished back in 2013. Unfortunately, since that video released in December of 2021, only one more devlog has been released. In April 2022, Luke wrote up a huge post about code rot that prompted initial support, followed by queries for updates in the latter half of 2022, which went unanswered. The Twitter page for Shining Rock has also been silent since April, around that same time. So no updates just yet, but frankly, it is just fascinating to me, the level of support and response for a game such as Banished, even a decade after its release. We're gonna finish off today with one of my favorite titles to come out in recent years, Against the Storm. Against the Storm, where do I even start? So I made a lore video on ATS, that was my first one ever and was a ton of fun. Frankly, it's the most perfect TTRPG setting I've ever come across, and a campaign is just living in the back of my head daily. Thanks to the devs, I got an early look at this one back on Epic Games in May 2022, and then was thrilled to be told it had been picked up by Hooded Horse for its Steam release in November. This roguelike city builder has absolutely taken the community by storm, and is generally beloved by all. The response from players has just been so amazing to see, and I'd just like to offer the biggest congratulations to the team and everyone involved for all of their hard work and the incredible final result. I'm going to link all of these games down in the description below, and hopefully we'll get some more information on Manor Lords and Frostpunk 2 very soon. I think my pick of the unreleased bunch, though, has to be Viking City Builder. There's just something about it that's grabbed me. I can kind of see that it's absolutely going to be my kind of game, and I'm just so desperate. I'm so desperate for some more information on it. I just get really excited when they release new artwork on Twitter. The concept art is just gorgeous, and I cannot wait to see that in game form. I'd really like to play the game. I understand that they are working on this as hard as they can, and please take your time, but also please hurry. Anyway, that is me done for the video. Please let me know which game you'd like more information about down in the comments below, and I'm going to be keeping an eye on all of these and updating over my socials when we get more information about them. Don't forget, I stream on Twitch every Monday, Thursday and Saturday, so if you'd like to come and hang out with me live and talk to me and chat, do jump over there at 7 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning into this video, and as always, happy creating.